Children are often attracted to books for their bright colors and enhanced illustrations. When thinking about childhood, a common memory amongst people is reading a bedtime story with our parents. According to data from the Children's Book Summit in New York City, children's book sales increased by 12.6% in the U.S. from 2014 through 2015. Kate Garland, a lecturer in psychology at the University of Leicester in England, states, "People on paper start to know the material more quickly over the passage of time." This raises a question. Are paper-based items necessary in the primary grade classroom? Development of fine motor skills are essential with younger students. Painting, writing with a pencil, and using scissors help students develop those skills.
What is this piece right here?
So why do educators push for technology in the classroom? Technology can motivate students to learn. With new educational apps and web games, students are excited to practice reading and math skills on a tablet or computer. Differentiation is also more accessible for teachers through personalized apps. Susan Brooks, co-founder of InternetForClassrooms.com and former kindergarten teacher, states, "In my opinion, kindergarten is for exploring the world and how it relates to a 5-year-old. Technology is just part of that world that needs exploring, just as books are." Technology can also be used to simplify organization. Student portfolios and assessment data can be accessed at any time by using appropriate apps.
Technology is just about everywhere today. It is a way of life for our students, and this has certainly impacted education. Schools are becoming equipped with new technology, and some schools with one-to-one programs are issuing devices to students and teachers, which has created a new movement, the paperless classroom. While most of our students are ready and willing to use technology over paper, are their teachers as willing?
This is my 13th year teaching French, and I've seen a lot of change as far as using technology in the classroom. With the explosion of smartphones, tablets in our lives these days, technology is all around us. So I feel like using technology is an advantage in the classroom. It can be. It can be a challenge when things don't work or a website's blocked or the internet has gone out, or the students have forgotten their device, or they forgot to charge it, or something's just not working. There's always the possibility of a kink like that, a problem. But for the most part, I do enjoy using technology, and I hope to expand my use of technology and my knowledge on what's best to use. And I do not enjoy having a bunch of papers. For example, I just graded a set of quizzes, and it took me over an hour to grade these quizzes because I had to sit here and flip through several pieces of paper to grade, and that just to me was more time consuming than I would have liked. I think that maybe in the future I could streamline this process by using some kind of online system to quiz students and to assess students, and that way I could grade it easier. I'd rather look at a computer screen than rifle through paper. But that's my personal opinion. I know that others feel differently.
My name is Catherine Rose. I teach French. This is my 17th year, and I teach levels 2, 4, and 8.
Do you use technology in your classroom with your students?
I personally do. Do I ask my students to use it very often? No.
Okay. And why not?
Oh, well, for example, I just received an email at the beginning of this interview that said that there was a service down. That happens not infrequently. So I don't want to plan something only to not be able to use it, for one thing. Or students don't have what they need in order to be able to use technology. They didn't bring their computer, it's not charged, it's broken, they have to share, those things. So those are the hardware or the backbone kind of issues, but then there's the issue of that when they're in class with me, I feel like they should be doing something they can't do outside of class. So if I'm giving them things to do in class that are just going on the computer and they could do that outside of class, I feel like for the most part I'm wasting their time with me and with other students. So in other words, opportunities to speak and to do things that they need feedback for, or that they need a partner for, or something like that.
Okay.
Sam Patterson, an experienced paperless teacher, explains resistance to paperless classrooms by saying, "As teachers, we live in a culture of performance that tells us we don't have time to fail." So, is a paperless classroom for everyone? That's a question each teacher is going to have to answer for himself.